there's really not a region in the world that things have gotten better in. Total for military spending is at an all-time high of $2.4 trillion. It rose by 6.3% in 2023, the biggest annual increase in the last decade. And for the first time since 2009, we saw spending increase across all 5 geographical regions. We saw large increases in Europe, in the Middle East and Africa. Of course, Europe, it makes sense, the war in Ukraine impacting spending in Ukraine, Russia, but also a host of Central and Western European countries which have continued to sustain their announced increases from 2022 to 2023, and we predict that this will continue going forward. In the case of course, Israel, we saw that there was an immediate reaction since Hamas's attack in October, and as a response to their military campaign, Israeli spending went up month by month immediately after October, and we saw this continue all the way to the end of December 2023. In Asia and Oceania, the region has really much been driven by ongoing geopolitical tensions. Some often talk about worsening tensions between China, Taiwan, China and Japan. Of course, the role that the US has played, and also territorial waters, the ongoing conflict between Pakistan and India, and often some rivalries between China and India. And so really the driving factor is very much China increasing spending, and has an impact on a lot of the neighboring countries, going from Japan all the way down to Southeast Asia, and leading to essentially an action-reaction type of spiral of increases. There's really not a region in the world that things have gotten better in. And I think if you look at the context of what's happening in the Middle East, in Europe, Asia, we talked about the worsening tensions. There are multiple conflicts going on in Africa. This trend is likely to continue in the coming years, especially if we look at Europe, as countries continue to increase spending, increasing the spending to reach the 2% target, but also the war between Russia and Ukraine is nowhere close to an end. So these countries will also increase spending more. And so there's an expectation that this increasing trend will continue for at least a few years to come.